Someone has been watching you when you think no one is looking. This person has witnessed something about your daily behavior that completely shocked them. They never expected to see what they saw, and now they have an urgent message for you. Your guardian angels arranged for this person to notice you at exactly the right moment. This wasn't a random encounter or coincidence. It was divine intervention through human eyes. This observer has been seeing patterns in how you move through your day that reveal hidden truths about who you really are. The way you naturally behave when you think nobody is watching has caught the attention of someone with special spiritual sight. They recognized something in your actions that most people would completely miss. What this person witnessed will change everything about how you understand your own spiritual journey. The divine realm needed a human witness to confirm what your angels have been trying to tell you for months. This observer's shock comes from recognizing abilities in you that are extremely rare. You've been doing something incredible without even realizing it, and now the time has come for you to understand the truth about your hidden gifts. This observer has witnessed your unconscious spiritual practices happening right in front of everyone, yet invisible to most people. You've been performing advanced protective rituals and energy work without any training or conscious awareness. What shocked this person most is that the techniques you're using naturally take other people years of study to master. Your subconscious mind has been accessing ancient spiritual wisdom and automatically applying it in your daily life. This observer recognized these behaviors immediately because they have their own spiritual training. They watched you create powerful energy shields around yourself using movements and gestures that you probably thought were just normal habits. The shocking truth is that you're not just an ordinary person going about your day. You're a naturally gifted spiritual practitioner who's been operating on autopilot. Your soul remembers techniques from past lifetimes and has been protecting you through unconscious spiritual work. This observer realizes you're ready for the next level of your spiritual evolution, but first you need to understand what you've already been doing. The angels chose this specific person to witness your abilities because they knew you'd need human confirmation before you'd believe the truth about yourself. What you're about to learn will explain so many things that have puzzled you about your own behavior and experiences. This discovery means your conscious spiritual awakening is about to begin. Now you need to understand exactly what this person witnessed that shocked them so deeply. They saw you naturally avoiding certain people or places without any obvious reason, but they recognized this as advanced spiritual discernment. Your ability to sense negative energy before it affects you is something most people never develop. They watched you unconsciously create protective gestures with your hands, touching your heart, crossing your arms in specific ways, or making small circular motions near your body. To untrained eyes, these look like random movements, but this observer recognized them as powerful energy protection techniques. You have a habit of looking up at the sky at specific times, especially during moments of stress or decision-making. This person realized you're unconsciously connecting with your spiritual guides and receiving divine guidance through these moments. They noticed how you pause and seem to listen to something others can't hear. This isn't imagination. You're naturally tuning into spiritual frequencies and receiving information that guides your choices. The observer watched you move through crowds or public spaces in a very specific protective way, always aware of your surroundings and positioning yourself strategically. They saw you instinctively avoid sitting with your back to doors and automatically scan rooms when you enter them. Most shocking of all, they witnessed you naturally cleansing spaces by opening windows, rearranging objects, or simply changing the energy through your presence. You do this without thinking, but it requires spiritual abilities that most people don't possess. The observer's shock comes from witnessing something extraordinary. You've been unconsciously channeling angelic protection throughout your entire daily routine. Your soul carries memories of advanced spiritual practices from past lifetimes, and these abilities have been operating through you automatically. What appeared to be simple habits are actually sophisticated energy clearing techniques. When you rearrange items in your space, open windows suddenly, or feel compelled to clean certain areas, you're responding to spiritual guidance about negative energy that needs to be cleared. This person recognized that your presence automatically raises the vibration of any space you enter. They watched other people's moods lighten when you arrived, saw tense situations naturally diffuse around you, and noticed how animals and children are naturally drawn to your energy. The shocking truth is that you possess natural spiritual sight, the ability to perceive energies, intentions, and spiritual presences that remain invisible to most people. This explains the unusual dreams you've been having and those moments of sudden knowing that seem to come from nowhere. Your subconscious mind has been receiving what spiritual practitioners call divine downloads, direct information from the angelic realm that gets integrated into your awareness during sleep. This is why you sometimes wake up with solutions to problems or clear insights about people and situations. The observer confirms what your guardian angels have been trying to communicate. You're naturally gifted with abilities that bridge the physical and spiritual worlds. Your unconscious spiritual practices have been preparing you for conscious development of these extraordinary gifts. This person wasn't just randomly watching you, they were divinely guided to witness your abilities at this exact moment in your spiritual development. They possess their own spiritual gifts, which is why they could recognize yours when others would miss them completely. The angels specifically arranged this encounter to serve as confirmation of what you've been unconsciously experiencing. This observer has been tasked with delivering a crucial message about your spiritual path and the important work you're meant to do in this world. They represent a larger spiritual community that has been waiting for you to consciously awaken to your gifts. Their shock comes from recognizing rare abilities they've studied but rarely seen in action. What you do naturally, without any training, represents advanced spiritual development that usually requires years of dedicated practice. This meeting marks the turning point between your unconscious gifts and conscious spiritual awareness. The observer's role is to help bridge this gap, confirming that what you've been experiencing isn't imagination, but authentic spiritual ability. They've been waiting for the right moment to approach you, guided by the same angels who protect you daily. This person understands the responsibility of recognizing someone's spiritual gifts and the importance of proper timing in spiritual awakening. Their mission is to help you understand that you're not alone in possessing these abilities, and that there's a community of like-minded souls ready to support your conscious development. Now that you understand what you've been doing unconsciously, it's time to begin working with these abilities intentionally. The observer wants you to know that conscious development will amplify your natural gifts exponentially while giving you greater control over when and how you use them. Start by paying attention to the protective gestures you make naturally throughout the day. Instead of dismissing them as nervous habits, begin making these movements with conscious intention. When you touch your heart or cross your arms, mentally state, "I activate my spiritual protection now." The energy clearing you've been doing instinctively can become much more powerful with focused awareness. When you feel compelled to open windows or rearrange objects, consciously ask your angels to help clear all negative energy from the space. You'll notice the difference immediately. Your natural ability to sense negative energies can be enhanced through simple meditation practices. Spend 5 minutes each morning sitting quietly and asking your spiritual guides to strengthen your discernment. Pay attention to the subtle feelings you get about people, places, and situations. Create sacred space intentionally rather than just instinctively. Choose specific areas in your home for spiritual practice and consciously invite angelic protection into these spaces. Your natural space, clearing abilities will make these areas incredibly powerful for meditation and spiritual work. The moments when you naturally look up at the sky can become conscious communication with your spiritual guides. Instead of random glances, deliberately ask for guidance and pay attention to the thoughts, feelings, or images that come to you immediately afterward. Begin acknowledging your gifts out loud to activate them fully. Simply saying, "I recognize and accept my spiritual abilities," starts the conscious activation process that transforms unconscious gifts into powerful spiritual tools. This observer represents something beautiful, a larger spiritual community that has been waiting for you to consciously recognize your gifts. They want you to know that you're not meant to walk this path alone, and there are others with similar abilities who will support your growth. You'll begin recognizing other spiritually gifted individuals in your daily life by paying attention to how you feel around different people. Those who share authentic spiritual abilities create a sense of recognition and comfort that's unmistakable. Your energy will naturally harmonize with theirs. Look for people who seem to notice the same subtle things you do. Those who pause to listen to something others can't hear, who naturally avoid negative people or situations, or who have an unexplained calming effect on their surroundings. Working with other spiritually aware individuals amplifies everyone's abilities. When gifted people come together with pure intentions, the combined energy creates powerful healing and protection that benefits everyone involved. The specific role you're meant to play in this spiritual community involves your natural protective abilities and space, clearing gifts. Your presence brings stability and safety to spiritual gatherings, making you an essential member of any authentic spiritual group. However, be discerning about who you share your experiences with. Not everyone who claims spiritual interest has pure intentions, and your developing abilities make you valuable to those who might try to exploit your gifts. As your abilities become conscious and stronger, you'll attract both positive and negative attention from the spiritual realm and from other people. The observer wants you to understand how to maintain the natural protection you've been unconsciously creating while navigating these new challenges. Continue using the protective gestures and space, clearing techniques that have been keeping you safe, but now do them with conscious intention. Your unconscious spiritual practices have been your shield. Don't abandon them as you develop conscious abilities. Be cautious about sharing your experiences with certain people, especially those who seem overly interested in your abilities, or who want to know specific details about your spiritual practices. Some individuals will try to manipulate your newfound awareness for their own purposes. Watch for people who suddenly appear in your life claiming to be spiritual teachers or guides, especially if they ask for money or try to make you dependent on their guidance. Your own inner knowing is more reliable than any external teacher. Strengthen your energy shields by consciously visualizing protective light around yourself daily. The natural protection you've had will need to be reinforced as your spiritual visibility increases. Trust the same instincts that have been guiding you unconsciously. If someone or something feels wrong, honor that feeling regardless of how things appear on the surface. Your spiritual discernment is one of your greatest protections. The divine timing of this revelation cannot be ignored. This observer was sent to confirm what the angels have been trying to tell you. Your conscious spiritual awakening must begin now. The skills you've been using unconsciously are needed in this world more than ever. Take action immediately to honor this spiritual confirmation. Begin conscious development of your gifts today, not tomorrow. Show your appreciation for this divine guidance delivered through a human messenger by giving super thanks up to $20. This energy exchange strengthens the spiritual network and allows more guidance to flow through. Your acknowledgement of this message activates the next phase of your journey and opens doors to the spiritual community waiting for you.